Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Bungle Collects. Just me today going through my solo book. So if you haven't seen this series before, this is my full date run of every 50p and every £2 that you can get in circulation. And today I'm doing £2 and I'm doing okay on £2. I only need, well, I say only, but I need the Commonwealth Games for Northern Ireland and Wales, as well as a London Underground. So I think that's pretty good. I only need 3 coins and then I've got every single £2 that you can get in circulation. But I've been looking for ever such a long time and hopefully I'll get it in this hunt. So I've got £620. So for those of you that might be new or you haven't seen before, the £2 I get from the post office. My mate lives in the post office. Very kindly keeps all the £2 she gets into one side. And then she gives me a tinkle when she's got £500 plus. And I go in and take them and then hunt through them and show you guys what it's all about. So let's see how we get on. Technologies, this one here, don't have any interest in this. It is just the basic design. And apologies in advance, I can't see anything through the camera. It's so bright in the Magic Studio today that I can see barely nothing. So I'm working a little bit blind here. I can't really see very much, and hopefully there won't be too. It won't be too blurry. Right, off we pop. There's Charles Dickens, super common this one. Can't remember the mintage off the top of my head. I think it's around about 8 million. And we find lots of Charles Dickens. He'll only be worth £2 forever and a day. I do like to check if I think on any 2015 technologies in case they have been rotated when you spin it around in the Queen's face in a different way. And I also like to check the 2010s because sometimes they can have what they call the double die error. So it's been not double stamped, but the writing on it looks as though it's been double stamped because the original die that they carve into to stamp the coin, the edging was duplicated, the lettering was duplicated. So I do like that. I've got a couple of them, and I do like to keep an eye out for them if I come across them. There's another Shakespeare comedies. Probably not the last one. There's Shakespeare. What's he called? Tragedies. There's another Charles Dickens. Again, forgive me because I can't see anything in the camera. Hopefully, I'm doing this by feel really. And that is a horrible fake. So when I was saying about the 2015s are rotated, this is a 2015. You spin it around, the Queen is facing the other way, but that's because this is a fake. It feels fake. It feels loose. It's a different colour. The hologram there's no actual hologram in the middle there. It's just the print on it. Standing on the shoulders of giants. Not bad at all. The actual edge inscription, but the milling, you still have the little grooves in it. Doesn't have that. And the portrait's not perfect, but it's not bad. It's not a bad attempt. Unfortunately, that makes me £2 down because, of course, I can take them back to the bank through the coin machine, and that will not go through the coin machine. Never mind, Bungle. Press on, and let's see what we can. Let's see what else we can find. Right, there's Shakespeare histories. So that's the hat trick of Shakespeare's complete. The triple, if you like. Oh, there's another 2010. Has it got the double die obverse? No, it has not. I should really check every £2 coin in detail because there can be a range of different errors on them or oddities on them. The edge inscriptions can be wrong. That is the Act of the Abolition of the Slave Trade, another face value coin. Oh, and they are super common. There's another one. Comes along again. That's around 7 or 8 million. Oh, that's a nice one. That is a nice one. I think it's the train I need, isn't it? Not the roundel. I'll just check out the picture of that, but that is a plum and a half. I reckon it's worth £5 these days. Not in the greatest of condition, but not bad. It's obviously been circulating for 9 to 10 years. Mind the gap around the outside. That's what they say when you're on the underground. That's definitely a plum. Let me just have a quick check. I'm sure it's the train that I need. Yes, it is. I do have the roundel, so that will get snaffled away into the collection. That makes this hunt absolutely worthwhile in terms of valuable finds. It's always worthwhile because it's nice to it's the thrill of the chase, hoping that you might pull a absolute stonker out. That's Robert Burns. I'll have my old acquaintance be forgotten around the outside. Some people keep that one, I don't. Again, I'm a little bit rusty on the mintage figures. They used to be written on the mat that we used, but that's 3 million something, in and around the 3 million mark. So it is a keeper for some, but not for me. It's just too expensive for me to keep all them. Now that is shiny. Ooh, now you see that from time to time. That kind of burning around the outside. I believe it's the grease. Last time I saw this was on a Navy centenary, but this is on the First World War Army centenary. Part of the same series, but no value, I'm afraid, other than the £2 that's stamped on it. There's another 2010. Don't normally find this many 2010s. Anyway, there we go. There's another Army centenary. Sir Pootington just barking at the pigeons. What have you got to say, Sir Poochie? What are you telling us? So I'm just in the magic studio. It's a Scorchio day, so the door's open and Sir Pootington wants to join in. Oh, Lady Emma's got him. Lady Emma's secured him. He does unfortunately randomly bark these days. Sometimes at about 5:30 in the morning. Luckily our neighbours are understanding, or so far they have been anyway. Poor Sir Pootington, he's getting on a bit. No, there's no double die adverse on that one. And everything else was technologies. So yeah, error-wise, I was just saying, so there's plenty. For some reason I thought that was an Olympic, but it wasn't. Just Commonwealth, sorry, just absolutely pat myself there. So yes, it is worth looking at every coin. The queen can be rotated the wrong way around. The edge inscription around the outside can be different to what you would expect for that coin. You can have the middle where it kind of isn't completely round, looks like a bit of a fried egg. What other errors can we get? Can't think of any more off the top of my head. Oh, I suppose it's the die. Yeah, that where the die's being chipped, we get extra blobs of metal on a coin. So the die cracks and leaves a bit of a gap, but also the bit that's cracked comes off and then gets stamped as part of the design. There's another tragedies. Have we got another Shakespeare coming up? We have. It's comedies, and I will check all the inscriptions at the end to make sure you get the right. So yeah, if you're familiar with the Navy centenary, so it looks that's a naval ship, and on the flag at the top can have a little bit of extra metal. Looks like there's a flag on there. I can't think of any more errors off the top of my head. Can anybody else think of one? £2 errors. One that isn't an error is the writing around the outside being upside down or not. That is just completely random when it goes into the rimming machine in the Royal Mint. It can just be one way up or the other. I mean, I have a date run of both ways round, but that's just to be a little bit interesting, just something a bit different. In reality, it adds no value. And I suppose another thing as well is the dots around the outside. So that's a good example where if you can see here that you've got the dots here around this beading around the middle, and it's not there, and sometimes it's on the gold bit. That's not an error either. That is just unfortunately the way that they are minted. I suppose you just call it maybe it's quality control. just not, because these go like billio when they're stamping them, and they just don't stay very accurate. So yeah, don't pay a fortune for error coins. Make sure it's a right error. Right, there is the Brunel achievement. So a little mini set there with the Brunel portrait. Same gadget. An engineer did a whole range of things. Paddington Station, so that's the arches at Paddington Station, one of his achievements. Built a lot of bridges and railways on the way out from London to Bristol way, I think it was. And then did he build a ship that took it over the Atlantic? Can't quite remember. But I know he's done a lot. That's why he's on there. And that's a commemorative. Is it going to be a Charles Dickens? Yes, it is. So yeah, so he's commemorated. He designed a lot of stuff. So there's another comedies. St. Paul's. No £2 hunt is complete without St. Paul's. I really hope I'm not too close here. I'm only getting flashes of clarity in the camera from what I can see. I really hope that you can see what I'm doing. I am thinking as well of doing, I'll talk about this a bit more with Lady M in our hunts next week. I am thinking about doing a slightly different coin hunt on a Sunday, so it probably won't appeal to regular viewers. I got the idea because our nephew is autistic and he doesn't like loud noises or sounds. One of the reasons why he doesn't like this channel, his Uncle Bungle talks too loud, I think. Ooh, that's a nice one. Oh, if that had been the wrong way, that 15 would be the wrong way up, that would have been delightful. So that is super shiny, so I'm guessing that's going to be a 2016, although I do believe the 2021s are in circulation. It's a 2016. It's a nice condition, that though. I'll be keeping that one. It's mintage is around 3 million. Two Trevithics as well. So that's another 2010. So yeah, the mintage is around 3 million. So it's not. I just keep 1 or 2 for emergency use. I'll keep that one because it's nice and shiny. There's a Trevor's Terrific, Richard Trevithick, the locomotive. If you like trains, you like that coin. So yeah, Sundays. So nephew's autistic and he doesn't like a lot of noise. I've been doing a little bit of meditating on not really proper, like not proper but like a little bit of listening to things before I go to sleep, and came across AMSR, I think it is the term. So people that like quiet things, maybe it's whispering, gentle sounds, tapping, rubbing, that type of thing. And I thought, you know what, I wonder whether I could get Nathan to watch one of my coin hunts if I was basically silent. So if it was just the noise of the coins on going across each other. There's another histories. So yeah, just the noise of the coins kind of rubbing across each other, flipping over. So basically a video with just the coins. So I was thinking about doing that on a Sunday, just small, maybe it's just 5 bags. And would I even use the bags, because the bags make a bit of a noise rustling? Would I open them and just have them stacked up and do 5 piles? So I think about doing that on a Sunday, just to be a little bit different. I can imagine 5 bags is only going to take a couple of minutes. So I don't know. I wouldn't say, I don't think it'll be, maybe it's for regular viewers. Might not be for them, because obviously most people tune in for Lady M, I believe, or our discussions between each other. And would I be able to contain myself as well if I found something exciting? So if I do 50p's and I find a Kew Gardens or a football, then yeah, the AMSR job would be right out the window. I've got a beauty coming up here. We've got this Charles Dickens out the way. So for example, that one there, that is an absolute stonker. And there's a plum. It's an Olympic. It's the Olympic Centenary from 2008. And yeah, would I get too excited if I found a good coin? I don't know. And also 5 bags would take no time whatsoever, just a few minutes. So I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. I suppose I could do it and then just keep it private and just send a link to Nathan and see whether he liked it, see whether that was a goer or not. I don't know, because I certainly can't. Part of this meditation-y sensory scenario is that you can whisper, so you can talk quietly or softly, and obviously I don't necessarily have the voice to talk either quietly or softly. It's a bit gruff. I'm a rock hard northerner. So yeah, if I try and talk in a whisper, I sound right creepy bar steward. So I don't know. I suppose I'm a lot quieter on when I'm doing my solo hunts than I am when I'm with Lady M, because obviously I'm not showing off to Lady M. I'm trying to impress her. I'm always trying to do that when she's here, trying to either make her laugh or not make her laugh. I don't know, just show off, I suppose. Whereas these, it's just me and you. So it's a bit different. I'm a little calmer. Tell you what I'd like to find as well, one of these with the smooth finish. The not intended for circulation one. That would be nice. Probably got 20 quid's worth of coin in your hand there. Although maybe that would only be in uncirculated condition. Maybe 12 or 14 pound might be more appropriate. There's another one, just to prove how many they are. The coins do seem to be dropping a little bit in value at the minute. It's a buyer's market. I found that myself with the silver set I bought at the 40 years of the 50p anniversary set. I bought that for which I think is a great price. I think it's worth £1,000. But I wanted to sell it now because Lady M's cars cost us a fortune to get repaired. In fact, still isn't repaired. We spent over 1,000 quid. It's still not repaired. So yeah, I could do with selling it really, or maybe if not buying it in the first place. But yeah, there's no one looking to snap my hand off, I think, because obviously everybody's in the same boat. Just checking them 4 rotations. Right, I'm on the last bag. So we stick around and I'll review the plum, fine, and I'll also have a look at every edge inscription just to check that there are no edge inscription errors. And if you're not already, please do subscribe, etc. Join us midweek when Lady M and I hunt through our 50p's, trying to fill our books. Right, well, we got these should all say for king and country. For king, for king, for king. Yep, they all say for king and country. This should say all the world's a stage. And it does. This should say something will turn up. Something will turn up, and they do. That's a fake. What a piece of work as a man. Yes, definitely need to be looking out for these boys, because we definitely know there's a edge inscription error there. This is the hollow crown. Yep. Let's have a look at this one. May the old acquaintance be forgotten. Yes, Robert. This is about magnanimity and peace and goodwill. That is correct as well. Am I not a man or a brother? Brother, am I? Yes. Engineer. And his date of birth and death. So many irons in the fire. United into one kingdom. The tracks. That's got something in foreign, well, Latin, about being the ruler of the seas, so that's correct. This one's got Mind the Gap, which we know. This one's got the 4th Olympiad, which is correct. So no edge inscription errors, but 3 absolutely lovely finds them. I am well pleased with them, and I really, really, really hope that you'll be able to see them through the glass, because I've literally done that almost completely blind. Right, that's me all done. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.